Hey guys, about to play our first round of our Rise of Eldrazi draft with our black-red thing. Kind of ended up being more of a leveler deck than anything else. And I will be keeping this hand. It's not incredible, but we have, a good 1-drop, decent 3-drop, and a removal spell. So those things are all good. Opponent seems to have a thinker of a hand. With a name like Draft Magic, sounds like he probably records YouTube videos or also or streams them or something. Or he could just really like to draft Magic. I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. Alright. Well, drawing more removals is always good. We'll lead with our Arsonist. And end the turn. Red-green, so could be a rampy type deck. Play lots of big Eldrazi kind of thing. I'll play a Swamp, and in my turn there, I don't have much else going on for now. Alright, yeah, he's definitely an Eldrazi deck, I would say. That is really annoying. To get my dude Lust for Ward. Could Heat Ray my own guy, I guess. It seems a little bit crazy. I think I play my Kargan Dragonlord. It's a little risky. He could just kill it right away, but so I get to swing for 1 and take 3. Wish we had more Bloodthrone Vampires to punish him playing that card a little more, but we don't have them. I'll play our Dragonlord, see if he continues to exist. We can get him up to level 3 next turn if we don't play anything. Ondu Giant. Yeah, okay. This is a ramp deck. It's official now, if it wasn't already. So we're going to have to contend with some huge Eldrazi at some point, which means we probably want to side in our second Steal a Creature card. Question is, do I want to dump a bunch of mana into this guy right away? Or do I just want to play out my Gloom Hunter? Could get him up to level 3 right away. At level 4, he's a big problem. And then at level 8, he's a huge problem. Which we could do, and with relative speed. The annoying thing about those levelers is you can end up using up your mana on him, and then he just gets removed anyway. Our opponent doesn't want to block, which isn't really a surprise. I think I am just going to level him up 3 times, see what our opponent does about that, if anything. And in the turn, got Heat Ray and Corpse Hatch ready to deal with most Eldrazi who aren't ridiculous. Although Heat Ray, I need a lot of mana to make that happen, but Corpse Hatch can deal with most of them. So at least I have that in mind. And he's not black, so Corpse Hatch is good. Yeah, we just take 2 from the Ondu. May end up having to Heat Ray my own freaking Goblin at some point. And it may be a soon point. Because he's going to knock us to 9 this turn. Spore Cap Spider. Well, that's annoying for my Kargan Dragonlord. Certainly. Last Kiss. Well, that can gain us some life and kill our Arsonist. I can get him. I'm going to level him up once. And I'm going to swing with it. And then I'll Last Kiss the Spider if he decides to block. Ow. Okay. Interesting thing is, I could actually Last Kiss my own Goblin and do 1 to him with it. which doesn't seem bad. I think I'm going to go for that because this goblin's going to kill us eventually. So I'm going to last kiss my own goblin. And then kill the spider with the 1 damage, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't have a trick. Alright, looks like that worked out for us. Gained us some life in the process. And now we'll end the turn. And we can get our dude. If we draw a mountain, we can make him into the 8/8 flying trample fire breathing guy who can contend with even the Eldrazi. So I could have just let my arsonist hit him for 1 first, and I probably should have in retrospect, but I didn't do that for one reason or another. Causal X Predator. Pretty annoying. Another big body to have to contend with. Big-ish, anyway. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd taken that Wither now. Alright. So we can make him all the way into the fire-breathing 8/8. Swing for 8, take 5 on the backswing, and then try to swing for the kill. I had 1 more land. I could also play Gloom Hunter, which is what I wish I could do. Yeah, I think I just level him up to... Let's just level him up to here. Actually, yeah, I'll go for 1 more. I could at least have an 8/8 blocker, I guess, but I think I'm going to play my Gloom Hunter instead. And in my turn there. Still have Corpse Hatch and Heat Ray ready to go should an Eldrazi appear. Hopefully it's not the scariest of all the Eldrazi, then it won't really matter. Like, you know, the mythic ones. Most of them are pretty hard to cast, except for... Which one's not that hard to cast? Kozilek, does he cost 10 or something like that? But the one who costs 15 is sadly pretty unplayable in this format. Opponent is tanking. Next turn, I'd probably just level my Dragon Lord up 1 more and then swing in with it. If you can't kill it, then... I mean, and red-green doesn't seem... I don't know this format like the back of my hand like I do newer ones, but I don't think there is a lot of spells other than Heat Ray, which we have in our hand, that could deal with our Dragon Lord once he's an 8/8, especially. In green and red, that is. Right, so he may have a trick planned. And let's see, if he has Might of the Masses, can he just kill us anyway? He can just kill us anyway. I think I'm going to have to chump. I think that's my plan here, is to just chump here. Next turn we can level him up, Corpse Hatch a guy, and then have a couple of chump blockers. After, yeah, doesn't seem too bad. Okay. Had these guys in our hand for a while, and I'm finally going to have to use one of them. He has 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 9 mana to cast Eldrazi, and there are Eldrazi worth casting for 9. I'd be happy to Corpse Hatch an Eldrazi instead of one of his little guys, which looks like probably what I'm going to have to do just to stay alive in this game. Brood birthing. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, I mean, he almost has mana now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he almost has mana now to cast basically anything. Anything he wants. Oh, well, that's interesting. What will that do for us right now? Not really sure, but we're going to level up to level 8. He becomes a monster. So I'm going to swing for 8. Then I'm going to Corpse Hatch, although I could just Heat Ray, but actually Heat Ray is probably good enough right now. Unless he has Might of the Masses, actually. So that's one, yeah, he may have Might of the Masses, so I'm going to use Corpse Hatch instead of Heat Ray. As frustrating as that is. Takes him to 9. So we'll kill the guy with more power, get a couple chump blockers. And if he can't deal with this dude, then he loses. I mean, even if he plays an Eldrazi now, we steal it, and none of them fly either, so he's got to deal with our Dragon Lord. Which he may very well be able to do. Alright, because of concerns about Might of the Masses. Although if he really had it, he could have swung with everything. But just to be safe, I'm going to do that. Looks like an Eldrazi is coming. Let's just hope it's not. Ooh, it's all his dust. Well, that's bad news. Really bad news. Leaves us both with very little. So, okay, all right. Play an Eldrazi. That's not an Eldrazi. Something I can Heat Ray at least. All right, well, he's pretty great right now, that's for sure. We'll play our Bloodrite Invoker. We need one more land, and we can start using his ability, which is obviously very good. But for now, I will just end the turn. Our opponent's hand is empty. We know he has all his dust now. It's good to keep in mind. But I feel like we're in a pretty good place compared to where he is. I'm just going to Heat Ray. Turns out he didn't have Might of the Masses, incidentally, all those times. Oh, I was thinking, God, so used to freaking Magic Origins, I'm thinking of the instant speed. I'm used to the instant speed burn X burn spell from there, so. Eldrazi. Oh, it looks like it. Okay. Well. What happens if we steal this guy, which is not a whole lot, unfortunately. What we really wanted to do there was draw a land. But I am going to force some stuff to happen here. I can go Trader's Instinct. Then I can go Raid Bombardment, which will actually help us do a little bit more damage right now. Actually, it won't. I need to leave back my Eldrazi spawn to block his Eldrazi. Too bad he didn't have a better Eldrazi for us to steal with like Annihilator 4. Even then, though, I guess he would probably come out ahead. So if he draws removal, I'm in a pretty big amount of trouble. If he doesn't, I'm in a lot less trouble. I'm in none, really. I'll just sacrifice probably my Raid Bombardment, to be honest. Because getting to 8 lands right now is pretty crucial to get us a win here. If he doesn't attack with it, then I'm a little less concerned. But yeah, this is definitely a shorter, slower format, as we've seen in this game. Let's see. I probably will sacrifice. Yeah, I'll sacrifice Raid Bombardment. Then I'll block this thing. We're both in top deck mode here, which is pretty brutal. Flame Slash is entirely useless right now, unfortunately. If it were an instant, it wouldn't be, or if he hadn't swung, it wouldn't be, but he swung, so that is bad. Not the kind of thing we wanted to draw. We really wanted to draw was a land. We just can't get to the 8 we need. All right. Well, we drew another one. We can continue to stall. Nothing else. I'm not sure there's anything we can draw that'll really save us here, though. Eventually, he'll wear us down with the Hand of Emrakul and we'll lose. So we block again. We just keep drawing dudes. We do have a lot of dudes. There's no real reason to level him up, except maybe to put him out of range of like Stagger Shock, I guess. So that happens. Even Annihilator 1, when a dude swings this many times, is a problem. Yeah, I didn't declare a block there. We don't really have any hope of drawing anything, so may as well. May as well. There's nothing we could draw to save us from that. We'd already used our Destroy Creature spell. He made us use it earlier in that game than I would have liked to. We definitely want a second Traitorous Instinct. Escaped Null. Doesn't seem bad against Eldrazi, but doesn't seem great either, does it? Stagger Shock seems less good against his deck than it is against most people. As does Last Kiss. Oh, he could have drawn Vendetta. Oh no, it would have killed us anyway. I had 7 life. I think I'm going to cut either a Last Kiss or a Stagger Shock or a Raid Bombardment. I'll probably cut the Bombardment. It's kind of a borderline card for me anyway, since it doesn't impact the board. At least now we have, something that impacts the board, and he probably has more Eldrazi. We need to keep in mind the fact that he has all his dust and play around it this time. That's for sure. Okay, not the most amazing hand, but I think it is a keep. I haven't had a lot of luck getting our 1-drops. we drew them pretty late in that last game. I guess we had a Goblin Arsonist in game 1. Right, there's a Heat Ray, which I don't mind. If we could have gotten to 8 mana a lot sooner, that game would have probably gone a lot differently. But what are you going to do, Play our Bloodright Invoker. number 1, since we have a second one in our hand. Yeah, Wither would have been really nice against him. Well, he's got a slow start, which is not something he had last time. And we know he has all his dust, but he's at 3 mana right now. So I don't think dumping all my creatures on the table is a horrible idea, especially when we have Traitorous Instincts ready to go. Alright, Spawning Breath. Yeah, that's good against us, that's for sure. Considering we have, I think, 3 Bloodrite Invokers. I wish we had more freaking black mana, but we don't. So we're reduced to playing our Bloodrite Invoker, not playing our Enforcer as well. Although we can play him and level him up in the same turn next turn. Alright. So let's attack. See if he has another Spawning Breath. Alright, he doesn't. He's not one he wanted to show us. He's at 4 mana. I still think it's safe to rush our guys out there. Level him up once. Removal, yeah. Ooh, that's bad. He's going to Stagger Shock that guy and then Stagger Shock our other guy. Yeah, that's not looking good for us this time. He got a pretty... We didn't see much removal out of him last game, but now we're seeing it. Okay. There's that damn temple again. So he's 1 mana away from being able to cast all his dust. We don't have anything we can do, so we'll just pass. Yeah, he dealt with our 3 creatures very easily. So we can Heat Ray the Path Razor if he plays it again, at least. Wow. That might be bad. Okay, Corpse Hatch isn't bad to draw. It gives us more time to try to draw something. I mean, drawing a creature there obviously would have been better, but he's probably going to equip that thing next turn. I think I'd probably just Heat Ray it in response. Because if he wants to equip it, he has to pay 5. I don't think Ogre's Cleaver is particularly good. Seems alright right now, but... We will Heat Ray that. Basically, Time Walks him. Even though we're only hitting a token, I think it's probably worth it. I mean, he could maybe play something else, but yeah, didn't seem likely. There's that guy. Hello. Now, we may be about to see all his dust again, but if we just sat back here not committing to the board, then he would have still been at the advantage, so if all his dust comes down again, at least it's only a 1-for-1. I mean, last time it was only a 2-for-1, I think, so our Dragon Lord had just become a huge problem, though. I bet he does have it. He's trying to decide if he wants to use it already on my guy or not. Looks likely. Well, looks like he's changing his mind from whatever big play he was about to make there. Okay, well, that we can deal with. And actually, before dealing with him, we can steal him and stomach the damage we're going to take next turn. We can also play our Bloodrite Invoker and not take any. Yeah, I think we do want to steal him. Question is whether I think I level my guy up and just take 7 next turn. Right, he's level 4 now. Yeah, and then we do this. So we're going to hit him really hard this turn. He's going to swing back at us for 1, and maybe, well, for 12 even. But even if he does, we have Corpse Hatch. And then we just need to swing in the air to finish him next turn if he can't kill our guy. So, yeah, Trader's Instinct, pretty hot against. Oh man, killed our guy before he could shine. Okay. Well, this is what Corpse Hatch is for. In the meantime, we're gonna take a bunch of damage. I think I'm gonna sacrifice a mountain now that we've lost our real reason to care about them. All right, so Corpse Hatch, because, yeah, well, I could play my Bloodrite Invoker right now, and then next turn activate his ability. Yeah, I think we do that, just to put pressure on him. Because his ability obviously can just end the game when our opponent's down to 4. Yeah, he can't equip that freaking cleaver is the bad news. So maybe it's better than I thought. No, I'm probably not. It's just so much to equip. It is a decent bonus, but so much to equip. It's kind of crazy. Oh. Well, that's bad. We can at least gain life, but it's going to make it so 1 swing from the... We're only going to be able to gain life once. Oh, well, that works out a little better. All right, so we get in for 3, take him down to 1, we go to 7. And then next turn we can theoretically use his ability, should our Eldrazi spawn still exist, or we draw a land. What's happening right now? All is dust? Yeah, well, I'm okay with that. Drawing land isn't really what we want to do, but we'll just hold on to it. That All is Dust has been brutal. We both got our big bombs against each other, though, although his is obviously better than my Dragon Lord is. All right. Level him up so he can survive Stagger Shock and friends. All right, we got that one. Well, Trader's Instinct is in fact good against an opponent with Eldrazi, as I suspected it may be. I mean, it's pretty good in general, but that one turn is what really won us the game. Yeah, I don't think we change anything else. We have the extra Trader's Instinct in, and I think that's the only change I really want to make. I haven't seen our Cadaver Imp at all. I forgot I actually have a way to bring stuff back from my graveyard, like our Dragon Lord and things like that. Would have been nice to draw that when that freaking in game 1 when that Eldrazi just kept swinging at us. We couldn't do it though, so that's okay. Yeah. Opponent seems to be sideboarding, so I will pause until he returns. I have another hand that's certainly not incredible, but I think it's another keep. We've had some mediocre hands against this guy, and 5 landers are a pain, especially if I just draw lands, but we do have 2 3-drops and a way to bring back guys, and he does kill our guys off an awful lot, so. Right, well, we did begin by drawing a land. The only good news about that is we may actually get to trigger our Bloodrite Invoker's ability for once. Okay. He has a 2-drop this time around. Oof. Alright, well, maybe we shouldn't have kept the 5-lander. At least he doesn't, well, he may have a 3-drop that he plays in his second main phase. Nope. Wow, that guy loves us. I should have been playing my mountains, but I didn't think to do that. But one should do that. One should take into account, the other cards in their deck than the ones that are in their hand when they're playing lands, and we need to double red. So, all right. There's our Brimstone Mage too, who's pretty nice. I think I'm gonna swing. I'm willing to make this trade. It's not an amazing trade, but it's fine. All right. And then I'm gonna play the Dragon Lord. You may have removal for it, but we do have our Cadaver Imp this time. One thing we don't have this time that would be nice is removal. We do not seem to have that yet. We do have a lot of it, but... I think I will play my Cadaver Imp here and just get back the Bloodrite Invoker. Yep. That means next turn we can play, well, we'll probably want to level our guy up more than anything, but... didn't get much of his ramp this time around. We can make him level 4 next turn and swing back at him for 5 after he hits us for 5, and then play Bloodrite Invoker, who will have mana for before too long. Boar Umbra, yeah, that's bad. Really bad. We need to draw our Corpse Hatch or something like it. That's an 8/6 Trampler, so that's going to kill us in a hurry. So we'll just take that. Don't really have a choice of anything better we can do. Blocking is pretty irrelevant. Oh, yeah, that's bad too. All right, I think we probably lose this one. Our opponent just had better things going on, in short, than we did. We're going to be too slow with our Bloodrite Invoker's ability. We're going to swing here, and then he can swing back at us and kill us. So... I can play 2 of these. I go to 7. I guess I won't be dead immediately, but I'll be close. I'll basically be dead. Yeah, well, we'll give it a shot. Maybe something happens for us that can get us out of this. Seems doubtful, but you never know. Yeah, I'll play... if I play both of them, they can block and kill him, but then I go to 1 life. And that's like... I mean, it won't even kill him. It'll take off his Umbra is all it'll do. And then we'll die when our guy swings. We'll have to draw something to kill our own guy. I think I'm going to play Brimstone Mage to be a little carefuler about how we block. Yeah, this Lust for War is good. I didn't even consider taking it, but obviously it works pretty well sometimes. All right, that is GG. So thanks for watching round 1. Hopefully we do a little better in round 2 and 3. We at least put up, good fights in 2 of the 3 games, and in fact won one of them. So at least there's that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to